Hey guys, Jared Lintner here at the Ritual Angling booth, ICAST 2019, here with the Tackle Warehouse crew. You know, Ritual Angling, kind of a new company that I helped create. We got 2 series of rods so far. We got the R1s, the R2s, and there were some holes in the line. We didn't have a glass rod, and I love throwing crankbaits and some other baits on glass rods. We needed a couple of those, so I helped create these. My signature series rods, we have 2 of them so far. So first, here's the 711, moderate heavy. You know, I designed this for throwing your deeper crankbaits, you know, your DD22s, your 6XDs, all the way up to a 10XD. I've actually caught fish on it, on the prototype samples. It's taken a while because working with glass, you know, you're dealing with a lot of weight, and we didn't want a real heavy kind of club type rod. So we had to get it just right, had to have the right action, the right lengths to be able to not only cast but retrieve, as well as when you hook a fish to land them. And so it's taken a while to come out with these 2 glass rods. We finally got it right. This here's a 7'11", and like I said, it's for those deep diving crankbaits. You know, I have a lot of faith in this rod. I've had some other friends that I trust prototype test it also. They fell in love with it. So, I mean, I don't know if you can see the parabolic action on it, but that's the big thing with the crankbait. You want that bend. See how far down the rod it starts to bend? You want that, when that fish eats it right there, you want it to load up, and when they're fighting, you're not gonna pull those treble hooks out of the fish's face. So that's the biggest part of having a glass rod. And again, super light for being all glass, that is the deal. So the next rod we have is 7.6 moderate heavy, and I got asked already a couple questions here at the show. Why do you have a moderate heavy 711 and a moderate heavy 7.6? They're 2 totally different types of rods actually. I designed this one, everybody knows that knows me, I love throwing like, you know, walking style topwater bait like a spook or a Jackal Bonnie, and especially a TN70, like a lipless crankbait. That is one of my favorite baits to throw at Clear Lake, actually anywhere throughout the country. I had a really good tournament this year, actually with a prototype sample of this rod in Florida, the first Major League Fishing tournament of the year. That's what I used. What you want in that type of rod is the same as the 711. When you're making those casts, you want to be able to not only fish the bait properly, but the most important part is once you hook them, and that's the big deal with glass. And again, with the bend, you can see the 7.6 actually is almost more parabolic than that 711. I mean, I haven't put them side by side, but the 7.6, you know, generally speaking, I had a guy ask me this morning, why 7.6 for a trap rod? Well, generally speaking, you're out in kind of open water, you're fishing a grass flat, stump rows, you know, things like that. So you want to be able to make a very long cast. When that bait hits the bottom, you know, whether it's a straight wind or what I like to do, you know, a yo-yo technique, rip it up out of the grass, that rod tip right there is fast enough to get that bait out, but slow enough, and it has a parabolic bend. Once a fish grabs it, it does the job for you, and all you got to do is wind them into the boat, and you got it. So 2 new glass rods. Make sure and check them out at tacklewarehouse.com. They're for sale right now. I already ordered 4 of them, so best of luck getting one.